Hey, this is Rick with Social Good Software. In this short demo, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can add a header image to specific web forms on your Altru checkout pages. So we have a handy tool called the Checkout Flows tool that allows you to be able to target specific web forms to do specific things. In our case, we want to add a specific banner to our donation web form and not any other form besides the donation one. So what we want to do here is we want to go ahead and create a checkout flow that will allow us to target just the donation forms to be able to show this image. Now, if you haven't created this image already, this is the image size that we need. It's an 1140 by 250 image. So if you haven't created this asset, go create that now and then come back to this video once you have it. My example, I already have it, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy the image address here because we are going to need it here shortly. I'll pull up my little text edit here just to make sure I don't forget the URL. Here's the URL. In your case, it might be different. Now you might be wondering where I got this URL from. Well, I went to my image and I copied it and pasted it here. Now this URL is actually being referenced to the actual image. And this image is being hosted by our content management system, which in our case is WordPress. Now you might be using a different content management system like Wix or Foursquare or even Google Drive to store these images. So as long as you can get an image URL, then you're able to use this process to be able to inject this image to the specific web form that you want to target to show that banner. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. Now that we have our URL, we're going to go over to the Checkout Flows tool. And as you can see here, I already have some of the checkout flows created. I'm going to go ahead and create a new one here. This is going to be called for donation. And this is going to say contains. We have value exact or does not contain value. So you can actually go the other way around. So if you want to run this flow every time there isn't a donation, then it will go ahead and do this banner for all the web forms except those that do not have the donation. In our case, we just wanted to say contains. So if it has donation anywhere in the title, we want to show this. So we want to type in our keyword, which is going to be donation. And then now we have the option to run this at 3 different stages: the checkout page, the cart page, and the confirmation page. The checkout page is one step before the cart page. The cart page is the page where they see their cart and the items they have currently available. And then finally, the confirmation page is what they see once payment has been posted. So in our case, we only care about the checkout page and the cart page. So I'm going to go ahead and enable those. But if you wanted to show this also on the confirmation page, you can. But we're just going to go ahead and select those two. And then I'm going to give myself a note. Banner image for donations. And I'm going to click next. And then here's where you need to add in the actual code. So we already went ahead and created this code here for you. This code should be available below this video. So if you want to download it, you can. But here's the code that we're going to need. Pretty much it just says, give me the URL, which we're going to give it to you here in a second. And then we're going to append this to the main content section for the first container. And we're going to pre-append an image tag, which is this one here. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. I'm going to go ahead and paste it in here. And I'm going to copy this URL here. And then I'm going to paste that URL there. So what this is doing, it's going and grabbing the URL for the image, then it's appending it into the page and making it full width with 100%. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. Now the checkout page dynamic runs every time Altru does an AJAX request. In our case, we don't really care about this, so we're just going to go ahead and click next. Now we need the cart page, so we're going to go ahead and just do the same as before. We're going to go ahead and copy this code. Paste the code in here, grab our URL, and then remember you still want to keep the single quotes, paste that in there, and then click next. And then for the cart page dynamic, again, same as before. For the AJAX request, we don't need to do anything here. And then we're not showing it on the confirmation page, so we can skip that. And then finally, you can go ahead and enable this checkout flow, and this will go ahead and enable it. So we'll append that image at the checkout page and then at the cart page. So I'm going to click next, and I'm going to say create checkout flow. And that goes ahead and creates your checkout flow. Now, at this point, if you have Altru connected with the checkout flows tool, you will start seeing that banner show up throughout any page that has donation in the title of it. And that's going to go ahead and do it here for me. Once again, this is Rick from Social Good Software. Hopefully you found this video helpful. We're always looking to improve and make things better. If something was not clearly explained in this video, or maybe you just are still a little bit confused and have some additional questions that we didn't talk about in the video, don't worry, we're here to help. Please go over to Social Good Software /feedback. You're able to provide us feedback on this training. You're able to provide us feedback on the software. We're always looking to improve. So if you have any suggestions, please reach out to us. Again, socialgoodsoftware.com /feedback. You'll be able to go ahead and share your thoughts with us, and we're always happy to help.